Good evening, folks. Can I see we have a few people in already? Can you let me know if you can hear me properly, and then we get started. I just realized as I was playing those videos at the beginning, we're probably gonna get a DMCA claim or something like that for that sketch tune from what is it, from Inception or something like that. Can you hear me fine? Just let me know. Can you? I'm guessing you can. I can actually hear a return. Hey, Yura, how are you doing? Good evening to you. What time is it where you are? How much of a difference? It should be a few, like 5-6 hours, something like that. Anyway, so the plan tonight is all good with sound and video. Fair play. Thank you very much. So the plan tonight is to work on a MIDI for. Long story short, I was watching my friend Gota's stream today while I was streaming the radio as well. It's 11:15 p.m. So we're not that far apart. It's only 2 hours, really. It's 9:15 here. He still loves game. Good evening or good afternoon. How are you doing? So I was watching my friend Gota's stream. He was streaming some video game music. He was doing a quiz, and I actually jotted down a few tunes that I didn't know about, or I'd either forgotten, or I don't know. Anyway, so I actually added a few tunes to my list, my long list. And hey Nico, how are you doing? You missed the beginning. That's all right. I just started. I was just playing some stuff in the background while I was setting up and putting pants on, and so yeah. So there was this tune from YS VIII, yeah, and that I really liked, and I was like, oh, I got to do a cover of it, and then there's no MIDIs for it, of course, so I'm gonna work on a MIDI for it. So that's the idea. So let me just bring up my
Just play the note.
I don't know if you heard that. I think one of my GIFs is triggered whenever I bring up the screen. How come it just plays by default? I'm trying to read your name. D, or is it Dead Capo VGM, or oh, how are you doing? It's hard to remember names. CPU, how are you doing, dude? Okay, so let me load up. I've actually done some slight prep work. It's not gonna be a very glamorous stream. It's just gonna be me working on the MIDI for this tune. I'm just gonna play the tune for a second. Let me load up as well my real stream or Reaper stream plugin. I keep saying real stream. I don't know why. Or is that enabled? Can you hear this? Did it work? Decapo VJ. Yeah, no, I'm slowly starting to put nicknames and and real names and YouTube names and Twit names together. It's only been 6 years. So this is the tune I want to do a MIDI of. There was actually somebody's work on MIDI before, and I was hoping to be able to use the video as a guideline. Unfortunately, that's not quite working. So we're just gonna do the MIDI from scratch. What I've done is I've isolated sections. So we have the intro here. We have the first part, which is repeated on different instruments, and I've just isolated sections. Some of them repeat. Sorry, for instance, like this one and this one would be identical, these two, and then this one repeats here, so that's the same one, but this last part here is slightly different, and it extends, so it repeats. The second part of the repeat is
The Cool Guy Club.
CPU, thank you very much for the subscription. How come the alert aren't shown? Oh, I know why. And let me just set up trigger fire, and I think like that, if I do this,
The Cool Guy Club.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, thank you for the gift. Oh, I thought you were subscribing yourselves. That's the gift. Thank you very much. So the first, second part are similar, except the and. There's a bridge here, and then the last part is essentially repeated twice again on different instrument. And it's important that work initially because that way you just avoid doing the same work twice. So I spent a bit of time just listening over and over again, just checking parts. It's in 112 and so that's the same. It repeats. You're gonna hear that again and again tonight, so I'm not gonna play it. It goes into a bridge, and then the bridge brings us to the second. And it repeats again. It's just different instruments, but it's the same, essentially same notes, same instrumentation, well, same arrangement, just different instruments. So you get an idea. It's quite an intense tune. It's very, very Toby Fox-like, isn't it? It's very reminiscent of what Toby Fox would do on some of the more high-octane tracks on Undertale, especially. Not so much Deltarune, but he changes tone slightly in Deltarune, but in Undertale, it's like that's very reminiscent, especially the second part. Anyway, so which way should I go about this? I think I'm gonna work on the is my mic high up enough? Is this better? I don't know if you stream, Daniel, actually. If I know you have stuff on YouTube as well, but I wasn't sure if you had a Twitch channel. I'm gonna have to speak up a bit. Okay. I think it's gonna have to be the bass. I'm just gonna lay the foundation with the bass. Maybe the chords, or a few layers of chords. There's some guitars as well. I'm just gonna do these roughly because I'm not gonna follow the pattern of those staccato sort of almost type of guitars. It's not staccato actually, what am I saying? But you get the idea. Just very rhythmic guitar. I'm just gonna do something on the bouzouki then. But I might just put down those chords anyway. Actually, no, because there's strings over it. So we're in C minor. Something like that. Will I be doing more gaming streams? I don't know. I'm not very good at gaming streams. I usually focus too much and make a fool of myself. Maybe if something tickles my interest. Like I did like making streaming stuff like Little Nightmares. Was it? That was kind of fun, and I think people enjoyed seeing me suffer. And then I think I streamed some. I did stream some Cyberpunk and some Resident Evil and that kind of stuff. But it's I don't know. I don't think I'm very interesting when I play. But Little Creatures was kind of cool. It was an element of, and it was just deeply disturbing as well. I think that fascinated people a lot more. Yeah, maybe I don't exclude it, but I think it's just going to be mostly. Obviously the radio and some of this stuff as well. I haven't streamed now for the past probably month at least. I just wasn't feeling it really. Yeah, I just needed some just time to chill and relax on my own. So hopefully I'll do more. But yeah, this it's funny. It's whenever a tune actually just tickles me, I'm like, okay, I got to do it now. Like happens every now and then. This is one of them. So I heard it today on my friend Gota's stream, and I was like, I got to do it now. And right away, I just downloaded the MP3 for it and started working. Anyway, it's cool to see the process. By the way, you've been lurking on the channel for a while. I honestly love seeing the work. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I haven't streamed much. I don't know what my process is really. I'm just making it up as I go. I think we all do. You're probably the same. It's just people love to understand, you know, how to make music and how to make things happen and how to make covers and all that. And it's a blank page every time for me. Anyway, it's just every time I start a cover, I feel like I'm doing it all over again from scratch. You know, that kind of way. But yeah, it's something interesting about seeing somebody else work, and I like doing that as well. I like to watch other people work and see how they do. Okay, let's load up a MIDI track. I'm gonna use real instruments. I'm not gonna do down the straight MIDI route.
Good news, everyone!
Because we've got I was gonna say we got a raid or a host. Thank you very much. Thanks for the host, dude. And or we could use a sound font. It's just going to use a lot of resource. I find VSTs work better. Something bass. Auto-tune, no. Instruments. Here we go. Why am I not hearing you? Oh, because this. Oh, I don't have enough. Can I detune this? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, well, that's a find. I learned something today. You can actually detune. This is a free plugin, amp bass. What is it called? Something like that. ABPL2 Lite, and it's quite a capable little VST bass. But I just found out you can detune it so you can have it in drop D, which is. I think it actually starts in the low C, doesn't it, though? It sounds fatty. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Arthagorn. I don't know why. God, Streamlabs, stop it. I don't know. Fatty. It didn't like fatty. I suppose you can use that as an insult. Yeah. Papa Chai, how are you doing? You going to make the easy cover? Yeah. I'd heard that tune a while back, and I don't know why it didn't trigger me as much as it did today, and I was like, I really got to do something. Anyway, bass. I'm just gonna. It does sound like there's a low, like super low bass. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna do something in a minute. Actually, no. I'm just looking for the MIDI, and it's low C. Can I even get a low C? Yeah, I could do it on the cello. We're just gonna focus on these for now. Will I record MIDI alone? I'm not a very good or even average keyboard player, so I'm gonna have to quantize this afterwards, but do the music. You'll deal with Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs is fairly I mean, I get why, fatty would be considered but I mean, come on. You'd think by now to have some sort, like I work in translation for a living, we have some contextual detection and stuff like that. You'd think something like Twitch would have some technology like that. Actually, I don't think you'd be able to hear the click, but I was going to set it and 1 bar is enough, isn't it? Oh, we've got a chromatic thing happening. Do you know what? We're gonna just crank all these up and just quantize them so they're nice and tidy. The goal is just to get a clean MIDI. I don't care if I anti-settings already. God, that's a first. Okay, it changes. Okay. Something like that. I think we can. Do you know this tune, Arthagorn, actually? How are we level-wise? Is the tune super loud? Is this way too loud? I feel it's a bit too loud compared to the tune. It's from YS VIII It's called Sunshine Coastline. And it's very, very sort of Toby Fox-esque, I think. It's got a very Undertale type feel, especially in the second part I was saying earlier. Okay, so we're just gonna I wish there was a better way to just extend. Can I actually do any of that? No. Oh, I suppose I can always consolidate afterwards. Gotas is here. Not wasting a minute. Absolutely not. No. I was saying earlier on there's something very Undertale-like about it, and Toby Fox-esque. And I'd heard the tune a long time ago now. Well, a long time ago, and I don't know why it didn't trigger me as much as it did today. I was like, I got to do it. And whenever that happens, I usually have to drop everything and start right away. It's happened on probably 10 tunes in the time of the channel, where I just have to drop everything and do it. Another one was Fields of Hopes and Dreams, from Deltarune, actually. There you go. Toby Fox. So here we're just going to do these. So right now I'm just setting up, and I want to write the MIDI for it, because for a tune like that, it's good, at least for me, it's good to have a visual reference and the notes and just some order into it, because it's very, very busy. And oh. Gotas, I thought you were out out on the town tonight. And it goes into a sharp here. Well, an action B. So it's going to be tedious. So if you have any question, or if you want me to talk or do whatever, please talk or ask me stuff, because I could easily, very easily just get absorbed into it and not say anything for the next 3 or 4 hours. It comes in slightly earlier. it doesn't. How much time do I need to make a cover? It really depends. It could be, you know, I've sometimes made covers if they're simpler, if they're close to what I used to do, which is very Celtic Irish music type of sounds. It can take me just a couple of days, really. Some of them can take me a month. The Dead Mouse cover that I released, was it 3 weeks ago? That cover took me 3 years to make. So there's anything between 3 days and 3 years at this stage. Typically it's 2 weeks. G-Baron, how are you doing? I think they come in slightly early, just a beat. I think you would hear years. Well, the Dead Mouse one was very, very particular and specific, especially because it's EDM, it's Dead Mouse, and it required knowledge or understanding of producing techniques that I didn't have when I started it. I just knew that I wanted to do it. So I did what I could, then I left it, then I went back, then I left it, that kind of stuff. And then there was instruments that I didn't have, or that I couldn't really play to the level I was happy with. So same again, I recorded what I could, and then whenever I felt I'd grasp enough of an instrument like the cello, or the cello was a late addition, but even the accordion and stuff like that, it's just I needed a small organ, like a synthesizer, which is here, for it as well. So there was a number of factors that meant I couldn't right away finish the cover. But even still, like it's almost an 11-minute piece, so it's a long tune, and for something like EDM, electronic dance music, you really have to get the sound right, exactly right. So I spent a lot of time editing and then mastering, and then when it was finished, I still give it another 3-4 months before I released it, because I kept going back and forth with it and just making small changes that only I hear. But it was really a project for me. It was a project track, so I'm happy with it. It didn't do well on the channel at all, because that's not what people expect from the channel. But I'm really glad that I did it. But that was a long answer to your short question. Usually it's about 1 week, 2 weeks, do come in slightly early, don't they? Just 1 hour early. It's not all of them. It's interesting actually. And back around to the beginning again. So this part repeats. And this is where it's important that you mark these areas like that. So that's one part, that's a repeat of that one part. It does pretty much the same stuff except at the end, but with a different instrumentation. So we can pretty much, and I'm pretty confident that it's going to be the same. So that just that last. Back to an F or G, sorry. What have we got here? Ding ding. The bass is a bit loud. What's going on here? Yeah, that's it. Crazy part. That's the Toby Fox part, isn't it? You love long answers, not a musician, but you've learned about music, observed people making it. Yeah, it's cool. I do that. You know what I loved to do was I had for a while I had a subscription to the Masterclass website, and I used to love watching like people like, you know, just legends in the industry, but people like Martin Scorsese or even other musicians. Deadmau5 was in there, and Tom Morello, but not necessarily musician. I used to love watching actors, producers, writers talk about their craft and how they go about being creative. And I find that fascinating. Something really, really cool about watching somebody else work or getting insight on how they work and why they do certain things the way they do them. I get it. I'm the same. I love it. bass. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do that. Something going on in the bass here. Oh, I changed it altogether. Habachai, you gotta go. Have a great day, night. Thank you very much for dropping by, dude. And thanks for the chat. Have a good night. Little chromatic run there. What's this bass line? Is it even playable? Yeah, it's actually pretty straightforward. As far as bass lines go. How are you doing, Cook Shikari? It's old Goto's fault. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but it's his fault. Oh no, sorry. What am I doing? It's the whole section that repeats here. What's going on here? Huh. Ah, it goes into, okay, that's actually not the same part then. Oh, interesting. So that's actually a 3. And 3, 1, and we'll call that B. The and is different. I didn't spot that when I was marking. Come on, there you go. How about I do this? Oh, it goes okay. It's you can see all the way to the end, and I believe that just repeats. So I'm gonna take all of that, and we're gonna put it back here, and we're gonna not make that mistake. Where have you gone? Perfect. We're just gonna. There you go. Bit more definition, and that's the bass line done, which is a solid structure for our tune. Because now I'm gonna put chords on top of it. Bass is wild. Yeah, it's just it's alternating fingers all the way. Really, technically. It's just a bit fast, but there's nothing really. It's just even with a plectrum, it's actually just up and down, not that fast. And structurally, like harmonically, I mean, I'm not exactly Mr. Music theory, but we're in D minor. Let's just C minor. Let's just see we're in. So it would be like 6, 4, 1, 5 type of progression. It's pretty standard, with just an augmented on the resolution sometimes. So those sort of ding ding ding, and that's really all it is. So here. So we're in. Yeah. The same chord, just with the root just up one semitone. If you're not used to it, your forearms are gonna be on fire for. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ed Horse, how are you doing? Sir Banjalot, I like it. Banjalot, I like it. Was that correct? Yeah, I made a mistake. We should be in D sharp. I was in E. Same thing there. I think we're all good for the bass. Let's save. Athagorn, where were you to tell me to save? Double kick. You mean on the kick pedal? Possibly. I think there's a lot of rolls and fills on the drum that I'm not going to bother with those. Possibly, I'm not sure yet. A lot of stuff like that. I'm just gonna have a rough outline of the drum section. I'm not gonna detail it. I'm not gonna detail much really. It's just to have an idea of what's going on. I'm gonna consolidate all that into one MIDI. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, that's it. Next, what have we string wise? So I don't need to play that anymore. just gonna use some strings. I'm gonna get a refill of something here. MIDI track. What are we gonna use? Just maybe some. No, no. What's BB1? That's another bass actually. What's that like? Another bass that isn't bothered with actual bass tuning. It just goes as low as you want it to go. That bass goes ding 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 ding. What's that pattern actually? Could we actually figure that even on one? It's something like that, isn't it? Ding, 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 ding. Very flat, but it's a bit more swing. Hey Fiona. Yeah, it's something like that. That'll do for now. That's going to be in my head all night. That's the only problem. So here we're. Anyway, I'm messing here. That's not what we want. What do we want? We want some. Even something warmy, piano-y. Maybe not a Rhodes, although that'd be cool. Like a lo-fi version. Oh, I can't do any lower. Not that. I think we just need some strings. Actually, it'd be cool as a kind of sort of vampy type of Rhodes, but it's not what we're going for. It's a cool VST. Yeah, it's again free VST. I'm the master of free VSTs. Sweetcase EP. I think it's free. Pitch expression. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. Where's my all my gifts gone and all that kind of stuff? Yes, recover. It's fine. Ableton is very good at recovering stuff, and I had saved before, so you know. Why didn't that show? Yes. There you go. And it's saved with that. What will I pick? I might just pick a synth type of strings, and you know, since we're in the range of free synth, we're gonna pick something. So presets. That's Tyrell N6 by Yuhi. It's very, very good. I use it a lot, a ton, and it's a very good synth engine, and it will pretty much cover all your needs, really. I mean, you can get very, very complex with wave tables and that kind of stuff. If you just want to make stuff like chiptune or I mean, it makes a lot more than that. But if you want to make just sort of standard synth music, it will cover all those needs. And it's free. Might use that for the lead later on. Actually, let's rename stuff. So let's copy that. We're going to use that for the lead, but for our synth, what color should the bass be? Color should be bass always feels like it should be a dark color, shouldn't it? What color is the VST in? That red and black. We're gonna use red. Lead guitar, and that's gonna be our strings. Dark pink. Is there a dark pink? Actually, I like that. Sort of a. What color is that? Like a wine type of red. So strings, we're gonna leads. We're gonna bring our leads here. Strings. Some Juno type strings. I mean, that's pretty good. If we lower the attack. Transpose it, it's at -12. We're going to bring it to normal. Where's my okay. That's terrible, terrible sound. not that. We're not gonna use that. There's gotta be some string available somewhere. I want AC. Yeah, something pad like that. That's clearly a jump sound. Will that do? Is that? It's not bad for a free synth VST. Now, this is just as a marker, so the sound doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use this as a reference point for chords I'm going to do on the accordion and the bouzouki for the rhythmic part. So the guitar is going to be done by the bouzouki, and the accordion is going to be just like I usually do as a backup in the background for the chords, just to extend those chords slightly bit. The bass is going to be done on the bass, and the cello just doing drones. And then we'll have the lead, and instruments are going to take turns for the lead, really. So that's the idea behind it. So I'm just going to put those chords down, and I should hopefully be done with it quick. It's all going to be the same stuff, actually. That's why I don't play the piano live. I mean, how late can you be here? I don't think the chords actually follow the bass necessarily. It's interesting, there's a piano going off every now and then. We're gonna have to work on that as well. And that part as well is a piano. Something like that. Easier if I figure out. You have the option to play and record straight from the keyboard, right? Yeah, that's what I was doing. Actually, yeah, you couldn't see it because the camera, but yeah, that's what I was. Where's my all my cameras? And that's what I was doing. Is that gonna work? No. That's what I was doing when I was playing the thing here. GoPro, why are you here? Anyway. Oh yeah, we got the early access. Dee. Come on, come on, come on. Are you working on anything at the moment? Actually, is it Daniel or Daniel? Daniel. Obviously Daniel. I've worked with a lot. I used to work with a lot of Germans. About 3 Germans in my team were called Daniel. We lost the chat here in the in the layout. Let me just have a quick and do a large box single screen. Where's my chat gone here? I know it doesn't matter. You have it on the side. The chat wasn't working since the beginning. Whoop-de-doo. And that would be because I don't think it's here. Okay. Have I way to cheat my way here and get it from the Banjo Radio layout? Yes, just bear with me. Chat box. Fixing this. We're gonna put it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't even notice. That just bear with me. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Look, you're on TV now. Yes, yes. Okay. Why does that move? FGB. What am I doing? That's all I want. Just bear with me, folks. I'm just gonna grab a drink because it's Friday night. Should I put something on? Actually, I'll put that video, but we might as well, since we're probably got hit with the DMC at the beginning. I'll put it back. Might as well just double down.
So, you want to make videos on YouTube? Get all that fame, the millions of fans, all that money. You think you got what it takes? How hard could it be? All you need is a microphone, a camera, and just press record. Sounds pretty simple, right? It's a bit more complex than that. Good as new. Let me show you. I think the drums are out of tune. There's too many cables! There's too many cables! No, you're in charge of the plectrums! The plectrums, buddy, the plectrums! There's no batteries for the tuner! There's no batteries for the tuner! The video is stuck on processing. What was that video about again?
Just play the f***ing note.
I'm gonna have to fix that as well, but that video is the origin of many of the little gifs and memes on the channel at this stage. I released it on the YouTube channel ages ago, and it pretty much tanked. It's funny, whenever I try to do something like that on the YouTube channel, it just tanks, because it just, people sort of expect a certain type of content on the channel, and if it's not that, they don't watch it. If it's not video game music, they don't really watch it. Not interested. It's fine. It's just the way it is, yeah, I suppose. Right. A finally Grand Theft Audio overflowing on them. That wasn't really from Grand Theft Zodios, actually. Who was I talking to about that channel a while back? Can't remember. I'd love to get back into it, but some of it hasn't aged well. You know, I make awkward jokes about stuff that is a bit sensitive, and it's okay. It's nothing too bad really, but it just hasn't aged well. So if I brought it back, I'd probably I need to rethink the format, I think. What am I doing? Still watching how to music in 6. Yeah, those ones I'd love to make more of, because it's just I think if I'm gonna poke fun at anybody, it has to be me or Simon. What's that last? Do we just go back down? Oh yeah, it goes. It's go. started with those type of a chord progression. That's it. The solo doesn't sound... No, there's a few things going on. So there's a solo, there's a little harmony to the solo, and there's a little piano section licks that works as a counter melody type of stuff. So, but they're all in different instruments, so it shouldn't be too hard figuring it out. So, but as you can see, it's about just doing it in sections. Just isolate the bass, focus on that, just focus on the bass, listen to what it's doing. You move on to the chords, isolate those, and by the time you've done all that, you'll sort of learn to eliminate them when you're listening for the solo then, because you got used to those sounds, to what the tune is doing, and after a while it doesn't sound like a wall of notes just coming at you, and you're starting to isolate stuff. You probably realize that as you listen to me doing it, it's just it's starting suddenly to, I was going to say make sense, but you know, you're probably able to isolate notes and frequencies that you didn't necessarily hear the first time, you know. And doing covers, a lot of that just being very, very familiar with the tune itself, and just it's repetition. You're just getting familiar with it, just knowing exactly what section does what. That's why I like to do a MIDI. It's not so much that I couldn't do it without a MIDI. I probably could figure out the chords and the bass, but it's just, it brings a level of familiarity that by the time you start recording, you're familiar, sort of intimately familiar with the tune, and you can sort of get the essence of the tune itself, more so than trying to just survive in this kind of maelstrom of notes, you know. So the making a MIDI is more a way to get familiar with the tune and get comfortable with it. It's sort of a therapeutic, really, exercise, especially for a tune like that, you know, that is quite busy and in your face. Oh no, it's completely different. Can I ask a CRT related question? Yeah, no worries. I was talking to Terrible Fire actually today. He's found a cool CRT, but the flyback is seems to be dead on it. It's just making a whining sound. Yeah, fire away. Does it go into a major? Yeah, that's what it does. Bye, G-Brom. Thanks for stopping, and have a good night. How are we doing? Oh, it's your message here. I just heard on that. I'll have a look. I'll have a look tomorrow. You're right. That's all right. So we got. I'm not happy with those chord sounds, if I'm honest. Consolidated. But look at that. How many notes did we get? It's quite a busy. Should we deal with the piano now? Yeah, something like that. We'll just manually. That's it. make this one. Let's set one here. And I think we should be able to loop this. Gonna leave the drums last. We might do them next. I think I'm gonna leave the lead last, and the lead and the harmony last. I'm gonna do the piano, and I think I'll do the drums next. The drums are gonna be fairly straightforward. I'm not gonna go into details in the drums, just straight patterns and rinse and repeat. What I'm gonna do is just general sort of sections and detail it afterwards. Cook Chicory, have a good night, dude, and thank you very much for stopping by. You just hype about the CRT. Oh boy, we got something piano going on here. This is the bridge. Is it relevant to... I'm probably going to ignore that. Maybe I might put markers of just notes I'm hearing, but that's going to be the extent of it. And if I feel like detailing it down the line, I might. But right now, I won't. What am I hearing? No. Nope. Save. God damn it. I need a better computer. Why what your I think Ableton didn't like what I was doing. I was just literally pressing save. Did it work? Now, I'm not overly worried. Once again, Ableton has a very good recovery system and saves for you a lot more than you think. But I mean, I haven't saved since we did the chord progression. Yes, see? Something awkward about this section here. I think it's something like that. It's not that, but something like that. It's very good at crashing lately. Yes, yes. Well, you know, I'm straining it as well. I'm just pressing play, stop all the time, saving, and then although it's not a heavy track, there's not much going on, but I'm streaming at the same time. I don't know. And my computer is from 1990. 19. Oh, that's a dead giveaway. From 2014. Something off there. I think it's as plain as CP, you're gone. Yes, I can't blame you. It's getting late. It's only 11:30 here, but I'll probably keep working for another while. Have a good night, dude, and thank you very much. Thanks for the gift sub, by the way. That was very generous. Have a good night. Does that repeat over there? Would that work? I don't think it adds a ton, and I mean, this section is not important. It was just to have maybe some texture, so I might do something with the mandolin. Those sections were important. And these, yeah. Okay, I think next is going to be drums. I'm not going to do any of these because it's pointless. I'm going to do my own, because I can't do them on the banjo skin. Like, banjo skin is just going to be one snare. So I can't do those sounds. So I am just going to make markers, maybe of fillers, or just make simple fillers with the snare. And it's just going to be a marker for the rhythm section, really. So I need to learn audio. That work? No, I need the audio shift. I need the MIDI track. Yeah, there you go. A beatbox. Yeah, like that. Now we're gonna use. That's a cool thing about Ableton is stock. There is so much. If you buy the stock version of Ableton, just the standard version, there's actually so much stuff. So we got drum racks. We got a ton of them, and you probably, I don't think you can hear those, so. You know, I'm gonna use a 505. Or 707. Maybe 16th. Yeah, definitely we're gonna stay in the probably 8th realm of filling notes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Scale it down a bit. Oh, it's Yo, what's going on here? Hey! Why aren't you making a sound? So here, instead of we're gonna do, I don't know. Actually, do you know we could technically I mean, with the baron, do a triplet, okay, that we're not. Yeah, no. You know, something like that. You'd be working with Roland SPD. Oh, okay, first time 808 sample. That's so cool. Need to find more Roland drum machines. I have a 505 here. I have an old school 505. But I use those only when I'm doing the actual synth covers. Hey, Pete Mouse, how are you doing? I think, was that you? You were asking, was that somebody who was asking when I was going to stream or if I changed my schedule? Was it you? I think it was, yeah. It's not that I've changed my schedule, it's more than I don't have a schedule. So right now I'm making a cover of the of is 8 Sunshine Coastline, and it's a high octane tune, so I'm simplifying stuff a bit. So we've done the bass, chords, and we've done some piano. My setup is fairly bare bone and basic. I mean, I follow a lot of synth channels and synth people, and they have just huge, massive rooms with OG kind of Junos and Jupiters and all this kind of stuff, and the X505, DX7s, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't, because I have to be conservative with the room I have. I actually did a podcast recently with Mr. Wiggly. If you want to check that out, I put the link in YouTube somewhere. I'll have a video about it, but if you check out Mr. Wiggly, and there's an episode with myself where I show my setup. But these guys, all the synth guys, they have serious setups. It's a very small bare bone setup I have, but I like to think that I use it well in that sense, that I use it efficiently. But I used to stream more often on Fridays. You haven't been very, yeah. I used to, last couple of months just haven't been a best time really for me to stream. A couple of things happened, but anyway, I'm streaming now. So, and I'll be streaming more again very soon. I just didn't feel like it is more, that was it. I just wasn't in the right headspace to stream. I was just barely hanging on being able to release the covers and stuff on the channel. But everything should be back okay now very soon. So I'll be able to stream a lot more and do more synth covers. I have a huge list of synth covers that I want to do with all these guys, and there's composition stuff I want to do as well. I want to do more of those kind of making sound effects and over GIFs and little bits of music, those 10 seconds sort of little snapshots that I do over 2 hours. So I want to do more of that, more MIDI work, and a lot more of what I used to do. It just, summer hasn't been a very convenient time to do all these. Anyway, let's go back to the drum. So right now we have, this is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the tune. Let's listen to it again. Mold. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm doing a MIDI for it before I start working on the cover. You like those crispy hi-hats? Yes. The drum section is fairly busy as well. So what I'm simplifying a lot of stuff. I'm just The MIDI for me is more visual of a visual marker, and it's more of an making a MIDI for a tune is more an exercise in getting familiar with the tune itself. So I'm not going for 100% accuracy, far from it. I'm just getting familiar with the piece, seeing where all the space is, where all the instruments come in, what's what, trying to adapt some of the stuff that I'm going to work on afterwards. So all that goes into it. So the I was saying early on before you arrived, Pete, it sounds distorted. Yeah. Probably because my levels aren't exactly right. I know you're Mr. Mr. Stickler for detail for stuff like that. You're usually the one who tells me my bass is too high, and I get to correct it. Kind of my sound isn't as good when you're not here, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I'm just simplifying a lot of stuff. All the you apologize. don't. I'd rather somebody tell me if something is not right. This is better. Anyway, we're simplifying the drum line now. Well, we can do better than that. But it's just going to be marker. Whenever I do the cover, I'm going to redo the drum section and all that. So it doesn't matter. This is just markers. No, why does... Leo, nobody from nowhere. How are you doing, dude? Welcome back. Are you just off work? Are you finished work? How are you doing, man? It's great to see you. It's going to be a pattern like that we're going to repeat and paste in. Something going on. It's 10 years later, but thanks for the gifts. Am I covering Black Earache's version of this? No, it's the actually original version. His version is fantastic. Actually, should we play it? His version is absolutely amazing. He's such this guy doesn't get enough credit, and if somebody wants to clip this, I'm gonna say it again. Black Earache doesn't get enough credit on. You know what? I'm gonna record this. But there you go. Black Earache doesn't get enough credit for his covers. His cover of that tune. So no, never mind this guy. Is that it? Yeah. Where's this cover? Where's this cover? Oh. Yeah, there it is. Actually, yeah, I was gonna see he has it on the. I mean, how good is this? And it's pretty close. Anyway, I'm not gonna take some of his views. Just go check out his channel. Black Herrick is a fast. I love his channel. I love what he does. It's rare that you see somebody that has a style and has a sound, and that's one of those guys. That if I hear a cover or if I hear one of his tunes, I know exactly who it's from. I know exactly that it's him. He's got a touch that is very rare to get, and this here, that's a crime. Yeah, there should be a 0 and another 0 on top of that. He's extremely good, and I don't know. There's something about the way he plays that is just unique, and that's all I'll say about it. Just go check out his channel. Anyway. What's the resolution? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm just figuring out the bass line and the chords and everything. Good price performance ratio. Yeah, but yeah, he's really good. Decapo as well. Yeah, I've said it many times, and I've done some of those listening parties and all that, and he's been in a few of them, and every time I repeat it, I say the same thing. But he's got a sound. He's got that sound that is rare to have, like that style, you know. You were talking about the guitar. Yeah, it's really hard to achieve, to have a style, you know. Some people think they have it, but they ape somebody else's style. He's got a touch. He's got an approach to guitar that is actually really interesting. You can see it in his fingering as well. It's just slightly different from what you'd expect. And he's a young lad as well. Why are you playing from here? Okay, let's just cheat here. Such a cool tune, such a catchy tune. Nice guitar as well. Yeah. Good price. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, Pete. I thought you were making a joke. Yes. Chapman guitar. I never look into those actually. Maybe I should. Yeah. They use an open hi-hat, don't they, for this? Where's my crash? A loop, and this is our new section. Since we're talking about Crash, have you saved it? I am now, and I have. Does that crash come in already? Again, not 100% accuracy. These are just markers. It doesn't matter. And we're back, and we're looping, and I think we can pretty much consolidate. Actually, no. Consolidate both and just take out these one. Classic 90s crash. Yeah, it's a 707. I mean, you know, doesn't get any more roots than that. Yeah, you'd have to go 505. Yeah, if you want to get 90s or 80s, you know. The 707 is really the 70s kind of crash. I've RX 17, which is very close to a 707, and I have a TR 505. So I got 90s and 80s drums covers as far as hardware drum kits for the covers. Not what I'm doing here, but It's a crash. It's a crash. It's a crash. Consolidate and save. The piano does interesting stuff. It just follows on some notes. So I'm leaving the melody and the harmony for last. So right now we're gonna... It's go yeah, it's all gonna be a rub rub your hand on the banjo skin at the end, exactly. Yeah. That would be cool as a synth cover as well, wouldn't it? Will I add a chord? Yeah, so these chords are going to be played for the rhythmic part on the bouzouki. So it's going to add that kind of rhythmic texture, and under that is going to be just plain chords on the accordion, which is usually what I do, you know. It's usually my my setup for chords, and it's kind of cool. It replicates the sound of an electric guitar in a way, acoustically. But yeah, so I'm gonna have that accordion notes, like the keys, and probably something on the bass as an extra, maybe way in the background. And then the bass is going to be the U bass, maybe the cello. I'll see. It might be surplus if I have the accordion doing bass. It's a rather aggressive type of accompaniment and backing, so I don't think the cello might be appropriate there. But you never know. Sometimes stuff surprises you like that. You experiment with stuff, which is, I mean, that's the whole point of. And that's the great, it's the great privilege I have doing this on YouTube, and in the format I'm doing it is I can experiment and discover cool stuff like that. But I'm assuming the cello might not work. I'll try it though. And then lead is going to be, well, banjo, section 1 banjo, and then the mandolin, one or the other doing the harmony. They might switch place, and I don't know, maybe the flute or the accordion again for just a variation on the lead, because it's repeated twice. I'll see. Again, I'll experiment. What I usually do is I record everything flat, like throughout, and then after that I do my arrangement. I don't kind of work my arrangement before. I just record everything in one go. The entire track, so entire track on the accordion, entire track on the flute, entire track on the bouzouki, entire track on the mandolin and the banjo, and then I take stuff out. That's the way I work arrangements, and that way it just means I don't have to do multiple takes and just come back and redo stuff, and end up with two tracks that were recorded slightly different and sound slightly, you know, a bit different against each other. So I just do one take, usually, you know, do everything and then work the arrangement from there. And it's happened sometimes that because the way I introduce instruments or the way I bring in instruments, I have to re-record some stuff, but then I know exactly what I need and I can record them instead of just guessing and just doing 3, 4, 5 takes, you know, a few days in between on the same instrument. It's a time saver. Anyway, I've got the manual keyboard synth organ thing. Probably won't use it for that. I used it a lot for the I have 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 3 more Metroid covers. I've used it a lot for the Metroid covers. So we got a ride. You know, that's in the thing here. It just loops to 1 bar. I wish it would just, whatever you extend it to. Oh, can I do this? Actually, can I do this? No. No, I can't stretch it. Yeah, that's annoying. So I do this, and you see all these, you may be on the screen, it's not showing, but all these little indentations, that's just the looping section. So I have to every time just extend it by whatever, however. Doesn't matter. I can I'm going to consolidate everything afterwards, but it's annoying. So it's follows tune. Where's my ride?
Oh, bollocks.
I need a lot more insults than that. That's 3 times we're crashing tonight, and there's definitely something going on. I didn't reboot my computer before I streamed. Usually I do, and I usually do just to get a fresh restart. Now, there was nothing too critical. It's just a drum section here, and I'm not too worried. But you know, it gets old really quick. I haven't had a crash in years. Yeah, well, how old is it? This computer is from 1856. I bought it when I started the channel. Actually, I realized I had a MacBook, and I realized it was old even then, and I needed a better computer. So I bought a nice handy computer with a good processor and a bit of RAM, and it set me back $1,500 or something like that. But that was in 2014, and yeah, softwares are a bit more demanding now. So it's pretty much the same computer I've had since I started the channel. I have a new hard drive. Yeah, I have an SD. Actually, yeah, I upgraded it a bit. I've one of those solid state hard drives, but yeah. Ableton is usually fairly solid. You know, it's rare I have crashes on Ableton, except when I stream. It seems to like to crash when I stream, and I think it's just there's probably RAM issues, CPU issues, because it's fairly taxing on the CPU to stream. And then I usually reboot. I haven't rebooted this time. I'm suspecting there's probably some of that. Hmm. It does feel like it's coming early. This bell sounds like a crash, not a ride bell. Yeah. It's a bit more like a ride. There's a lot of sustain in it, and you can change that. Where do I go to? Yeah, there you go. I can actually change the samples in there. You can actually change the sample. It doesn't really matter. Again, I'm not trying to make a MIDI cover or a cover with those instruments. I'm trying to get familiar with the tune and make markers, visual markers and reference points and time markers where I can that I can rely on when I actually record this stuff. So like that, these Alright, it's Crash Fest. Like that, those fills are just going to be so I can actually play them on the banjo and not trying to be accurate, because some of the stuff is like... I find these come out a lot more natural than if I was actually trying to do a big fill and a big... like sometimes keeping it... or stripping stuff out actually ends up being a lot. It drives the tune a lot more than trying to fill stuff and shoehorn stuff that all those double and triplets and 30-second type of notes. I don't know. Where does it escalate to after a while? Like that. So Toby Fox. If you put that tune straight into Undertale, it wouldn't be out of place. How long have you been streaming for? 3 hours. Ooh. Well, we got 4. Should we focus a little bit on the lead and then maybe call it a night? I'm gonna do that some other time. But this we can probably do, and then We'll be going that Athagorn. No worries, dude. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go soon. I'm just trying to finish that first lead, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night because it's getting quite late here as well. Is that an artifact of the chord and bass progression, or is there? Not sure what's going on here. No. Oh, I'm getting tired. think that's it. I think that's it. I think that we got that lead. Surprisingly painless. No. Should be a slide here, but I'm not gonna worry too much about stuff like that. You have to go, Pete Mouse. Thank you very much again for coming down, and see you soon. Okay. Come on, come on. And then repeat. I'm pretty sure. There's one thing here going on. Actually, let's not repeat straight away. That I wanted to just get. Maybe. So here the strings coming in, I could probably. Almost there, almost there, almost there. I just need to focus, and you notice I'm a lot less chatty when it comes to stuff like that. But it could have been a lot more painful. Let's delete these. It's 2:30 a.m. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, for a second there. I think that's it. I think that's it. It should be a bit. I thought it was fillers on the. I need to revisit that piano part. There's Okay. I think we're okay. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's try again. Now that next part, not going to tackle tonight. That's going to take a while as well, and it's been 3.5 hours of working on the MIDI. Not bad. I think we got the tone right. We got the notes right, and yeah, pretty happy overall. There's the intro. We need to work out the lead on the intro. We got that first part, little tiny bridge. Here, work at the lead and the Toby Fox ending type of lead as well. That should be straightforward enough. And then after that, I'm gonna have to refine some of the notes and some of the things. And I think there's a harmony there somewhere, super low. Press save. Good plan. Oh, you're out hiking, Leo. Wow, listening to that hiking. My God. Something like that. Piano comes in. Can we change that lead slightly? Just the sound. So normally if I do that, I can get a slide. Can I get a slide out of this? Is there a glide? Oh no. Good enough for tonight, folks. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you very much. It actually went a lot better than I thought it would, because it's quite a busy tune and there's a lot of stuff happening, and yeah, it was good to actually just isolate the important parts and just not get too distracted by some of the noise that's in the background, and just focus. Like, starting on the bass was a good idea. Chords, drums, and that piano part, just get that out of the way, and then we can focus on the lead. And I finished the lead maybe separately. I probably don't need to do that on the stream. That was the bulk of the work, and then the harmony, and then I'll be able to hopefully start on the cover. No guarantee I will, but that was more or less the plan. Yura, you said you had some sort of plan for a raid or something like that. Let me bring this over. Actually, no, I don't need it here. I don't see any of my usual friends streaming. Yeah. If you check Patrick. Just plain Patrick. It's gonna be in my head now. Patrick is offline. I see a Patrick, but yeah, I don't see any videos or what he does, and he seems to be offline anyway. J Music Band. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what they do. This lad here, I don't know what he does. I'll go check it out. Yeah, heading out later. No problem. I'm actually wondering. He's playing sax. Cool. Okay, let's just rate him. Cool. Folks, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your night, day, afternoon, evening, and hopefully I'll stream again during the weekend. I'd like to finish this. I'd like to do maybe start on another synth cover, like the other synth cover I did. So I might start on that and get a few projects going. Just I've been sort of stalling and stale right the last few weeks and months with stuff like that, and I'd like to get going again. I was just focusing on the covers because that's all I had time and kind of headspace to do really. But I want to do more now, so I'm ready to start over before Christmas. So we'll do that anyway. Folks, thank you. Have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's get it back.